for this review, we've got the Transformers Masterpiece MPG-06. This is the version that comes with the figure, but then comes with this larger box that you can store the other releases in, so that you can have kind of like a gift set type thing going on. There is also some extra parts, I think, with this release. There's an extra sword, and I think there's some extra railroad display pieces. So when you get this, you kind of get like, this is like the supreme, like you've got everything. You got everything with writing that you could possibly ever want with this. This box is really heavy, heavier than probably you would expect. And just for some scale, there is Shoki, and you are ultimately going to be able to stick all of the other releases in here. So just kind of giving you an idea, like the purpose and the size of this box. If anything, if you keep your boxes, this is for you, because now you have a place to store all this extra stuff. Although, if you're a mitten box collector, I don't know how you feel about this, because do you want to open this box so you can take your mitten boxes and put it in this non-mitten box? That's kind of like a double negative black hole spiral galaxy type thing. So there's that. This outer box is pretty generic, like a lot of the Hasbro and I guess the Takara Asia releases. So there's nothing really special going on with it. All sides look exactly the same. You are going to have to cut tape to get into this box, which is why I made that joke. You have this white box inside. Okay. More of this. It's almost like the exact same thing, except the colors are inverted. The white is black, the black is white. So there's that. This is quite difficult to hold with one hand. It is heavy. I don't know, this is like somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. So inside that box is another box. And the inner box does not want to come out. It took a lot of effort to get it out. It was kind of vacuum tight in there. So this is the thing that is inside all of this. This is pretty impressive. You've got this nice painting, rendering, drawing, however they came up with this, along all the different bots that make him up. This is raised. You can like feel it, and it is raised up. And MPG here is foil. And I don't know if this is gonna come off very well, but I'm gonna try to show the top. The top has all the the trains and train mode. And just gonna do this. The side has write-in. I'm sorry, it's really hard to show this. This is a gigantic, humongous thing. The back, there's nothing on the back. All right. So I'm gonna try to take the cover off, and hopefully I don't this entire table down with me. Wait for a moment. So this is like a shoebox cover. Okay. So when you open this up, you're going to see this. So here is your Kaen. He's not heavy at all. So there's his front. Here is the top. The side has the robot mode. The other side has the train mode. And then on the back, get some nice artwork for him. It shows him combined. And so far, this is all dead space. Although I think there is something behind me here. Yeah. All right. This has some weight to it, so there is stuff in here. It's just white all the way around, so there's nothing really to show off on the outside. Okay. Yay! This is what's taking up all the extra weight. So on the inside, you get display stands. So this is pretty much, I mean, yeah, you can use these for the trains, but this is like a stand for riding also. And then there's your extra sword. That's the reason I wanted this. There is the sword, very nice and shiny, shiny chrome. And just to kind of talk about this a little bit, so you can take these guys, kind of pile them in the box. I don't know if you can then put this back in. Just gonna get the idea. Get this piece in. Not really. So that's another thing. If you're gonna use this like this, these filler boxes can't really go back in there. So just FYI, you either are gonna commit to this or not commit to this. Okay. All right. So Kaen, I won't go into like a transformation video or anything like that, but I do want you to be able to see what is in the box. In case you get one of these from somebody or a third party, you get to see what comes with it, what should be in the box. So you do get instructions. There is 2 cards in here, which is cool because you got Kaen, and there is his back card. And then you have Raiden. And there is his stats. And I won't go into the booklet too much, but like they've got some pictures of like the animation on here. So it's kind of cool. And they also show, what it comes with, and shows you where he's gonna go, and shows how to combine into Raiden. I noticed DNA Design is creating some kind of kit, so I'm interested in seeing what the kit's gonna do. I do think he's a bit squat in his combined mode. Um, I kind of appreciate what they did, to try to make him like, you know, not parts forming, but he's also parts forming. So I don't know. Um, I understand why they did it. They kind of designed it so that you didn't have to use extra parts from the train. Like everything is in the train to create vehicle mode or robot mode or combined mode. Um, so here is his train mode. He does come with a track like the rest of the guys do. He comes with a few adapters. So there's an adapter for Raiden and a adapter, I think, for Kaen. Yep, that is pretty straightforward. He comes with this piece for the train mode, and out of the box, he is meant to be as realistic as possible. But you can pop this on and it will make him more animation like. Think of it like MP grapple, where you can put the chrome front end or the gray plastic front end on them. That's probably a good way to think about it. He's got a little piece of plastic in there protecting things. See if I can get it out without having to fully transform him. I guess not. It's in there pretty good. He's gonna have to be transformed to get that plastic off. Um, Lastly, he comes with a gun and a laser sword. One of the other characters came with kind of a different version of the sword. This one is much bigger, much more in scale with Raiden. But he's got this little lightsaber one too. Plus, this can fold up. Oh wow. Um, this will help get it into vehicle mode somewhere. I don't know where this is gonna go. Okay, but there is that. Um, it's kind of heavy. It feels like heavier than some of the other releases. Like there's some, yeah, it's definitely die cast. This piece right here I'm touching in the center, this is die cast. So I guess he needs some die cast for stability since he's kind of holding everything together in the middle. So that is the unboxing and the vehicle mode. Let's check him out in robot mode. And he's quite a stout little guy. Let's get his blaster set up. One of the most frustrating things about this is the hands. Not putting the gun in. Gun goes in pretty straightforward, but they are in here flat, and you basically have to pull them out. There's no lever. You don't open the arm up to pull them out. You just have to pull them out, and there's nothing really to grip on. Um, you're supposed to kind of pull on the thumb, but it just doesn't work well. I ended up using a spludger, which was fine. I got a spludger um, underneath. Sorry, like the hands are like this, and I got a spludger on the underside and kind of pulled it out, and that worked out pretty well. So if you get a little frustrated with the hands, that is something I would recommend doing. Um, he is pretty stocky, and getting him to robot mode, you can kind of tell how his combiner mode is going to work. And yeah, there's some generous pieces of metal in here to help keep him stable. I don't know if I'm gonna put this into combined mode, but I do have some of the extra releases, those repaint releases coming. So I think at some point I probably will, but I do want to see what the DNA design kit does. And now here he is with the rest of the team. As you can see, he's a bit shorter, but he is a smaller train. The toy was smaller. He was represented in the cartoon as smaller, so he fits the role completely. Plus, he's a waist piece, so he kind of fits a very unique position. If you look at the back, these larger pieces are the Raiden hips. That's kind of how they're getting away with that. And then just to kind of further go with comparison, the Chrome version is what comes with Kaen. The energy translucent one came with I can't remember which one he came with. I think he came with this guy, because this guy comes with the big gun. So this completes the trainbots. I'm probably going to wait for the DNA design kit before combining him. I think the combine mode looks fine, but it is a little short and squat. And it looks like the kit is going to do something to extend the hips and do something about the waist. Because technically he's kind of like all hips. He's not really a waist. He's not the thighs whatsoever. He's just the actual hip and crotch. So it'll be good to have, or at least to see what DNA is going to do with that. But after transforming him, seeing all the metal that is involved, um, I think he will stand up. But they had to do quite a bit to give you these three molds out of him, and you can kind of see why the waist is so limited. Like there's only so much they could do and still give stability. I think they should have, from an official point of view, they should have used extra parts, extra hips, extra waist. The original toy did it. The cartoon emulated what the toy did, and maybe they could have come up with something clever for that piece. Maybe it could have transformed into a train station or something. I don't know, but nevertheless, I'm enjoying these more for the robot modes. They do stand out a bit in a masterpiece display because they're so technical. They got so many greebles and so much line work going on. But the primary target for this was train collectors, and on that note, they're amazing trains. The fact that they can transform into robots is amazing. The fact that they can combine, to me, is amazing. So I I don't mind that there were, limitations here and there to achieve it. So that is a review. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have these guys? How do you display them? Did you buy the repaint sets that are coming out? And kind of curious to know. So that's it. Tune into more videos coming up. And again, thanks.